Hello, 8:50 p.m., July 30th, 2019. Levon Olubabian back to business. 929-217-7440. If you're willing to call me and leave a message, I would appreciate that. We'll continue. Interesting article written by Ajam Media Collective. The Mr. Aram Goagasian is a teacher and writer from Los Angeles. His work has appeared in several publications, including New York Times, Armenian Weekly, and the Daily Bruin. Intelligent man. He writes his essay, which is called "How Armenian Americans Became White." I love it. Brief history. So, this is what the story is. Okay. Now, so in other words, this paranoia in the United States about color of the skin got to us too. Now, they never asked us, how do we feel? Do we feel offended with the question about paint on this? What is wrong with them? Huh? What's wrong with these people? Oh my God. Okay, here's the document. It's called Citizenship for Armenians. Circuit Court declines to bar them on government's plea. Wow. Here, it's the article in New York Times. All right. Okay, Boston, December 24. In admitting 4 Armenians to citizenship, Judge Lowell in the United States Circuit Court today said that Western Asiatics, we are Asiatics, have become so mixed with Europeans during the past 25 centuries that it's impossible to tell whether they are white or should come under statutes excluding the inhabitants of that part of the world and applied usually to the yellow race. Judge Lowell also held that Congress may amend the statutes to provide more specifically what persons may admit it to citizenship. Until that is done and the definition of white person clearly set forth, the Circuit Court will not deny citizenship to aliens on account of color. That's intelligent. That's great. Wow. Wow. Intelligent. Though the brief article was likely of minimal importance for most people who kept up a copy of the Times that Saturday, the historical consequences of the case proved momentous. Again, this damn Armenians. Judge Francis Lowell hadn't simply deemed 4 immigrants eligible for naturalization. He bestowed upon Armenians the juridical distinction of whiteness for the first time. A few months later, Congress codified Lowell's decision, decreeing that Armenians, along with the Assyrians, okay, where are the Assyrians? Where are these people? And Jews were exceptions to the rule that so-called Asiatics were ineligible for naturalization. I have to mention that at least Asiatics was in quotes, okay? Now, speaking about Jews, they're not white. If they're Hebrew, they're Hebrew, they're from the land of ancestors, this and that. You know what I'm talking about. You know where Jews come from. You know how Yasser Arafat looks, okay? This is the typical, they call them, Sephardim or whatever. This is how they normally looked back then. But we see today who look like people from Norway, and they call themselves Jews too. So, I mean, what a misconception, misunderstanding of everything. But there is a hand behind all this, which promotes the movement ahead for those who are interested in it the most. And you will figure this out yourself. We happen to be sitting on the top of locomotive, which goes very far ahead in the future, okay? So, all right, let this Armenians, they're also white. We ain't white, we're high, okay? And the color of the skin, which we have, is not white, yellow, or green. It is what it is. What difference does it make per se, the color of the skin? Are you crazy people? Anyway, although witnesses would not receive a somewhat positive legal definition until 1924, a Virginia anti-miscegenation law defined whites as those who have either no trace whatsoever of any blood other than Caucasian. And here we come into a very interesting point. Or 1/16 or less of the blood of American Indian and have no other Caucasic blood. Naturalization was restricted to white persons by the provision. In other words, let me quickly introduce to you folks, to everyone, if anybody is watching it, Caucasian. In this country, in a country of ours, Caucasian means white. What's Caucasian? White. No, Caucasian is not white. Caucasian means people from Caucasus. Caucasus is a mountain chain. Where? Where we live, Armenians. Genesis, Christians, Genesis, first page. Noah's Ark arrives to the top of Mount Ararat. Did it? Did not? I don't know, I'm just saying it's a document of extreme importance for everyone in the Christian world. So Papa Noah arrives with his relatives and animals and everything to the top of Mount Ararat. Mount Ararat is Caucasus. Therefrom, one of the sources of Indo-European civilization, Indo-European tribe started developing according to modern sources. Armenians is somewhat part of it, okay? Considering the fact that Haik, grandson or great-grandson of Noah, it doesn't matter to me what the distance between Noah and Haik. Haik is the so-called father of Armenians, and also so forth, so on. So speaking about Caucasian race, okay, Caucasus, Mount Ararat, and so forth, so on. I want to show you a picture of this people who were fighting and received the recognition and became citizens of the United States. This is Major Papacito with his family. He's an Armenian, of course, and of course he looks green. And his name is Tatos Katosian, photo of our Oregon History Project. So this is what the story is. It says here, interesting thing, citing Herodotus and Strabo to bolster the claim that Armenians are of the Alpine stock, along with expert witness and noted anthropologist Franz Bohr's assertion that it would be utterly impossible to classify Armenians as not belonging to the white race. So anyway, my dear Armenians, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Unfortunately, my program doesn't allow me to go for more than 10 minutes so far, but we'll try to readjust it. Something else said, call me please, call Levona Lubabyan, call me 929-217-7440. It's not for entertainment purposes, my programs is just to attract some kind of attention, some kind of friction in the Armenian community, and I need serious, intelligent people to be in touch with me. I think we have a way, a possibility, an option to help our homeland, Armenia, but for that we have to have an intelligent group of people to start thinking about it and doing the right thing. It's a wonderful, wonderful idea. By the way, if you are aware of any other group, please contact me and tell me. I will join the group, because I have my ideas, I have my understanding of things, and I'm sure 100% we're going to be very, very successful. The two sides of the coin: either we care for the homeland and want to do something, or we just talk about it. Adios.